What's going on, everyone? Michael from Artistry Works here. Piggybacking off my most recent video about the broken contract, today we're going to talk about money. Now, money is something I know I was never taught about in high school, definitely not in music school. And I think as artists, it's important that we all start talking about money a lot more often. Now, I don't mean bragging about how much you have or lamenting about how much you don't have, but rather the money that we do make from our gigs, from our writing, from our teaching, what have you. What do you do with that money once you have it? Now, during my broken contract situation, I was lucky enough that the event organizer canceled the gig with enough notice that the musicians that I had hired were able to find other gigs, so I didn't have to pay them out of pocket. But if I had gotten into a situation in which I had to pay them that $50, $100 apology fee, I would have been able to cover that expense without worrying about making rent. And it took quite a bit of time for me to get to a financially secure position. But how did I get into this situation? It took years of watching a lot of YouTube videos, reading a lot of books. In the year 2017, I decided I was going to write down exactly how much I was earning and how much I was spending and keep track of it. Most of you may know this as budgeting. I can't over-exaggerate just how much seeing visually on a piece of paper all the money that was coming in and going out had an effect on my long-term financial plan. When you actually write these things down and it says $20 at the bar here or $30 at a restaurant there, $200 on strings, $100 on any other accessories, cables, oil changes, groceries, everything that we all spend on a regular basis for our craft and to just simply live, that really opened up my eyes as to how much I was spending versus how much I was earning. Now, I bring this up today because I want everyone, musicians, artists, anyone that's not completely comfortable with their financial situation, to start thinking about these things a little differently. Unless you're friends with some people in their 30s, more likely 40s, that are talking about buying a house or planning a wedding, you're probably not thinking too often about all the dollars that come in and go out of your bank account. In my most recent video, I put 3 links in the description connected to a high yield savings account, a brokerage account, and a real estate investing platform. Now, in the coming days, I'm going to make videos specifically about what each of those links are for and how you can use them to make money. I want to start out by saying that I would never recommend anything that I don't use myself. And I would never push anything on any of the viewers of this channel, something that I don't fully trust and endorse. I know plenty of musicians that make a lot of money playing gigs, yet they always seem to be broke every time I talk to them, or they're always lamenting about how they don't have any money in the bank. I can't stress just how easy it is to start taking charge of your finances. If this is a subject that makes you uncomfortable because you never learned about that, you are not alone. Most of my friends in their late 20s and early 30s are living paycheck to paycheck or have next to nothing in savings. This is a very dangerous position to be in. What if your car breaks down? What if your landlord kicks you out of your place? What if you need an expensive repair for your instrument or something else? What if a medical emergency pops up? Having that financial cushion can set you up arguably for the rest of your life. If you get to a place where you are debt-free and you have at least $2,000 in the bank account, you will be able to withstand most surprise emergencies, medical notwithstanding. This is a subject that's very important to me because the longer I spend as a professional artist, the more people I meet who have no idea what they're doing with their money. I get that it's easy to be angry at the rich or politicians, but in my experience, most of us are largely responsible for our own financial situations. Most of that situation is simply mindset. What do you choose to spend your money on? Where do you put your money once you earn it? One of my friends is about 20 years older than me and he's buying a house for the first time in his life. He told me he had over $200,000 in savings. I asked him, what savings account to use? He told me Chase Bank. Now, for those of you who don't understand how interest rates work, he was making about $6 a month in interest off of $200,000. If he had moved that to a high yield savings account, like the Wealthfront link that I posted in my most recent video, he would have been making close to $1,000 in interest every month. Now, at the time of this recording, it is January 19th, 2024. Online banks have savings rates the highest I have ever seen in my lifetime. When I was a kid and used to go to regular brick and mortar banks, I think I got maybe 2-3% tops on a savings account. They are approximately 5% now. A bank like Chase or Bank of America is less than 1% interest. This may sound like a boring concept that you might not care about. I need you all to care about this. It is important. You are leaving free money on the table. Now, you might be saying you don't have enough money to make it worth it. You will. If you care about your finances, you have to start somewhere. When it comes to investing, when it comes to just putting it into a savings account, every dollar counts in your own financial journey. So I'm not going to harp on this too much today, but in the coming weeks, I'm going to make some videos explaining step by step how you can get started with the money that you're already earning from your gigs, from your teaching, and start at the very least putting it in a better place to put yourself in a better position financially. This doesn't happen overnight. The things I'm talking about doing take months, usually years, to really start noticing a difference, to start seeing a difference in your bank account. But I'm assuming a lot of you watching have plenty of time. Most of us are in our 20s, 30s, maybe 40s. We have decades of working years, and the sooner you start, the better off you will be in the future. I almost guarantee it. So with that said, thanks for watching today. More to come. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.